Ja gut, allerseits bei MTV Spin. Herrschaften, wir sind wieder im Außeneinsatz und zwar in der Columbia-Halle in Berlin. Da spielt nämlich Oasis heute Abend so ein ganz besonderes Konzert. Die Halle ist ja für Oasis-Verhältnisse relativ klein. Die Ticketanzahl von daher auch saumäßig begrenzt. Es stehen sehr, sehr viele Fans vor der Tür, die keine Tickets haben. Ist so ein Warm-up-Gig, weil Platte kommt ja erst im Juli. Und Tour dann dementsprechend später. Und jetzt haben sie sich gedacht, schauen Sie mal kurz nach dem Rechten in Berlin und spielen ja wahrscheinlich auch schon 4 Songs, die man vorher noch nicht gehört hatte, von der neuen Platte. Ja, wir sind hier übrigens in der Lounge in der Columbia-Halle. Da ist gerade Essensgabe für den Mitarbeiter. Deswegen kann es hier ein bisschen laut werden zwischendurch. Aber nichtsdestotrotz, in wenigen Minuten wird neben mir Noel Gallagher sitzen. Und dann müssen wir über einiges sprechen. Nicht nur die neue Platte. Ne? Und ich würde sagen, wir fangen an mit einer Band, die Noel sehr, sehr gut findet, nämlich die Strokes. Und bitte. So, hier bin ich also mit Noel Gallagher von Oasis. Welcome to the show, first of all.
Thank you very much.
So, first and foremost, of course, how is the new record doing? I think it's done so far?
Done, yeah, finished.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And is there a release date now?
I don't think there's an actual date, but I think it's somewhere around July.
Uh-huh. And the title?
No.
So it's not having chemistry, as it was supposed in the press?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. Don't spoil the surprise now.
No.
Now, how's the vibe of the record overall?
It's quite an uplifting record. I think people will be quite surprised. Not because there's any new direction or anything. It's just quite a. There's a word I'm looking for, and I've been looking for it all day, and I can't think of what it is.
Damn it.
I don't know what it's a fucking good record. I like it. You know, I'll think of the word tonight when I'm in bed. Mm-hmm. About 3 o'clock. You know.
So next round of interviews, then you'll know. I haven't heard it. I can't help you with anything here.
No. Well, I've heard it, and I can't help you either. So you know, what does that say?
Yeah, right. So this time there were 4 people involved in the songwriting, including you.
Yes.
How many songs did you write then altogether?
6.
Of?
6 out of 11.
Liam wrote 3 songs, right?
3. Mm-hmm. Gem and Andy 1 each.
It was nice to read how you actually praised your brother's skills in songwriting.
He's a good. I think he's surprised. He's surprised. See, when Liam will have a song which contains 3 chords and no more, and then when he plays them to you on his acoustic guitar, they don't really sound that much. Mm-hmm. But when we get them in the studio, we break them down and then we start to build them back up again. They're quite good songs, you know. They're very, very simple, but his lyrics are fantastic. He's a great lyricist, I think. 2 of the songs he's got on the album are great. One of them's, it's all right. Mm-hmm. You know.
Do you think that the fact that you grew together as a band, like having the new members now fully included, brought a new spirit for this record?
Yeah, I think. Well, while we were making the last record, Quigsy and Bonehead were thinking about leaving. Mm-hmm. So when you've got 2 people in the band like that, and their attitude is they don't really see themselves being in the band 6 months from now, it's not a very good atmosphere to work in. Whereas when you've got 2 people in the band who've only been in the band 6 months, mm-hmm. and they think they're going to be in the band for the next 10 years, you know, it makes I don't know, they just give it a lot more, you know.
Good to hear. Good people anyway.
Yeah.
So having a video coming up for Go Let It Out. Kommt jetzt. Zurück hier bei MTV Spin mit Noel Gallagher von Oasis. Now you had your 10-year anniversary last year. But there were a few points, at least, where you couldn't think of making it for 10 years, like rumors of breakups, and you had the Barcelona incident. How did that get settled now?
there wasn't one defining moment where it was, you know, where it was all just settled in an afternoon. There was a lot of distance and space put between the members of the band. You know, we had 6 months off, and then we came back, and here we are. We got to make another record. I really think we didn't sit down and have a chat about it or anything like that. You know, we just decided to make another record. Only because, well, not only because of Gam and Andy, but it was like, well, these guys have joined the band. It'd be silly not to make a record with such good musicians around.
Right.
And as it's turned out to be one of the best albums we've done, which is difficult to talk about now because you haven't heard it yet and you won't hear it for a while, but you'll have to take my word for it that it's just a lot. The atmosphere in the band is a lot more. It's a lot calmer.
Would you say, how is your relationship towards Liam? Has there ever been better times than there are now?
I can't remember any. It's pretty good.
Good to hear.
Well, yeah. Well, you see, the thing about Liam is, he's like, Liam, I think, in the past, he didn't write any songs, he didn't contribute any lyrics. I think his sole contribution for 3 albums was to go, yeah, 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 on a couple of tracks. That were the bits he wrote. But now he's started to write songs. I think that, you know, he's got to take more responsibility for the direction of the band. So he seems to have calmed himself down a lot, which is good for me, you know, because he was a bit of an arsehole for a few years. But, you know, he's cool now.
So the proper song to play would be Don't Look Back in Air then.
Well, I suppose it's as good as any.
Yeah, judging by the lyrics.
Yeah.
Kommt jetzt. Oasis, Don't Look Back in Anger. Und weiter geht's bei MTV Spin mit Noel Gallagher. Now, aside from the band, how is life in general? How is your daughter, Anais?
She is really, really, really good.
How old is she now?
2.
So,
2 years of age.
Very interesting phase then.
It's an interesting phase. Yeah, she just questions everything. She's just always asking what you're doing, where you're going.
How often do you see her?
Quite a lot.
Good. Yeah.
It is, yeah.
You know, that's so normal.
Yeah.
So you have a new girlfriend also?
Well, no. I've had the same one for 2 years.
Well, it's still a new girlfriend.
Okay, all right, yeah.
There hasn't been any more recent girlfriend?
None more recent, no.
Do you think that the fact that you are not in a marriage anymore is also a reason why the band is still around?
No. I think, are you referring to something that was written in the NME?
Not really. I mean, I remember an interview you've done where you said that you very much concentrate on your marriage, on your family life, and
really?
Yeah.
Right. Must have been a moment of weakness. I don't know. They're not. Well, they're not connected. The private life of any member of this band bears no. Doesn't really overspill into the music, really, because the band is the band. And your private life with whoever it is that you're with is something completely different, and the two do not get involved with each other, because, you know, what we do now is work. What we do when we go back to our houses is that's life, you know, and you've got to devote as much time to the two separate things to make them both work. You know, you can't intertwine the two, or it just becomes this one fucking mess.
Right. Now, aside from your band and the private life, how do you look at music now? Like, if I see English papers, then there's a massive US invasion now going on.
Well, it's not massive. There's the Strokes and Black Rebel Motorcycle Club.
White Stripes, a few others.
The White Stripes, you know, I think the White Stripes are. I think they get a lot of press for some reason. I don't know why. I don't think they justify the hype. I think the Strokes are a fantastic group, and Black Rebel Motorcycle Club are a great group. But, you know, if there's a massive invasion going on from America, then there's an enormous one coming from Sweden. Because there's like 3 or 4 great bands coming from Sweden.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's a good time for... And the thing about the Swedish bands and the American bands is it's all based on guitars and it's all rock and roll, you know. And we should be grateful for that in a minute, because music for the past 4 or 5 years has been dreadful, I think. You know, and it's nice to see young people, you know, writing songs that are 3 minutes long with guitars, you know. And especially in the case of the Hives, you know, the Strokes, the way that they look as well is very important, I think, for young people.
Brilliant.
I mean, if I was 16, 17, I think I'd be quite obsessed with the Hives and the Strokes and bands like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm now, and I'm 34.
Yeah, well, I mean, I buy the records, I mean, but I'd probably travel all over the world to see them if I was young enough. But, I mean, they are genuinely good bands around at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and the thing I like about the bands I mentioned is they seem to be devoid of any concept. It's them, you know. Whereas bands like a lot of English bands, they worry about the concept before they make the record. You know, they worry about what direction they're taking instead of just plugging the fucking guitars in, turning them up and seeing what comes out, you know.
Right.
But I like it, you know. I like music's good at the moment.
Yeah, so we go back when you started from the first record, Live Forever, coming up now. Ein letztes Mal, willkommen zurück hier bei MTV Spin mit Noel Gallagher. Wenn es hier zwischendurch immer ein bisschen blitzt von draußen, stehen ein paar Fans da am Zaun und haben uns geortet. Now this is going to be a good year anyway. There's a new Oasis record and there's the World Cup.
Yeah.
Who's going to make it?
France, I think, will win it again.
Again?
Yeah, I think so. Either France or Argentina. I don't think Germany or England will do very well. Do you?
Germany, not at all.
No.
I think quarterfinal maximum.
Yeah, same for England. I think quarterfinals if they're lucky. But I think France have got the best players. So generally the team with the best players usually wins.
Yeah, I hope so. I like their football.
Yeah, they're good.
So then there's the World Cup, and then probably there's the record coming after the World Cup, and then...
yeah, the World Cup's in June, so the record will come, straight after,
And then tour?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think anything's been... I don't think anything's been booked or anything's confirmed, but, I mean, we always tour when we put a record out. We're not the kind of band who will put a record out and then not bother going on the road. For a band like ours to make any sort of sense whatsoever, we have to play live, you know, because that's what we do. That's what we were doing before we made records. So we're primarily a live band. You know, the studio thing came afterwards, you know. I think we're only now beginning to get excited about being in the studio. We're a live band. We're a working rock and roll group, you know. And the day that we stop touring is the day the band finishes, really. It's as simple as that, you know.
Okay. Looking forward to the tour then.
What tour? I just said there's nothing booked yet, so I don't know. But
Yeah.
No,
I mean, they're supposed to come
well, I'm looking forward to playing the new songs because I think for the first time since Morning Glory, we've got a collection of songs on one record that can compete with the old stuff. I think it'll all become apparent in the middle of July when people get the record and they go, you know what, it's fucking pretty good.
I'm very curious.
Well, be curious.
All right then. Thanks for joining me here. All the best.
Pleasure. Same
See you next time around.
Thank you.
Das war's mit MTV Spin. Schönen Dank für die Aufmerksamkeit. Wiedersehen.
There's this thing that's been told that you wanted to have the Strokes on your label, and but the price was too high.
No, I don't. No, I think we never really got close. I don't think it was down to money. I think by the time I think they'd already signed a record deal anyway. By the time, I'm not sure where that story come from, because it's not come from anybody that's for Oasis, because I don't think we ever got close to even signing the Strokes.
There was this story.
Somebody said that there was this band from America called the Strokes, and they was looking for a British record deal. And then we heard the stuff, and by the time we got to hear it, they'd already signed. So it was never a case of let's go and get them.
So it's the typical British boulevard thing.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it would have been great to have them on the label, but Liam's not a fan, you see.
Yeah.
So it would have been difficult as well, but there you go.
So what do you think of this hype thing from America, like the Strokes or like the White Stripes?
I think the Strokes are great. I think the White Stripes, they're a bass player short of a great band.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have a band without a bass player, can you?
Yeah, there are some.
Well, I know. I always held that against the Doors for years for not having a bass player.
Yeah, the John Spencer Blues Explosion.
He should get himself a bass player.
Yeah, but they play bass. They have the rhythm. The rhythm. The bass player who does the rhythm is the guitar player, and the lead guitarist is the bass player because he plays the guitar deeper.
Right. Well, he should get himself a proper fucking bass player and stop messing about.
Hallo, hier ist Jan aus Berlin und was ihr jetzt seht, hat absolut nichts zu tun mit dem, was ihr vorher gesehen habt. Ist nur mal wieder der Beweis, dass Berlin schon an sich eine wunderbare Stadt ist. Heute spielt hier eine völlig unbedeutende britische Band. Man weiß noch nicht ganz genau, ob die Jungs es schaffen werden, jemals richtig groß rauszukommen. Ich glaube, die heißen Oasis oder so. Und deshalb stehen die Menschen auch hier und reden darüber, wie sie Karten bekommen können. Es gab nämlich nur ein ganz limitiertes Kontingent an Karten und die konnte man dann vor allen Dingen gewinnen. Und ich spreche jetzt noch mal ganz schnell mit ein paar Gewinnern und frage die, ob sie jetzt glücklichere Menschen geworden sind und ob Noel zum Beispiel gleich ihr Leben verändern wird. All das sehen wir in wenigen Sekunden. Bis gleich, sagt Jan aus Berlin.
Wieder große Probleme, ihr Geld zu verdienen.
Jan aus Berlin, Oasis-Fan aus Berlin.
Nee, aus Essen.
Jan aus Berlin, Oasis-Fan aus Essen.
7 Stunden Anreise.
7 Stunden Anreise. Wieso machst du denn Wahnsinn?
Ich bin einfach Freak. Er ist auch Freak. Ich bin auch Freak.
Und was erwartet ihr Freaks jetzt von dem Konzert?
Ja, dass wir die Vorband sind und halt absolut genial.
Tja, wie seid ihr denn an die Karten gekommen?
Gewonnen beim Konkurrenzsender.
Ach so, bei so einem unbedeutenden Sender halt.
Kafka.
Ja. Viel Spaß. Wir müssen nach dem Konzert nochmal darüber sprechen, ob es euer Leben verändert hat.
Ja, okay.
Meint ihr, dass es euer Leben verändern wird?
Garantiert. Schon wieder, ja. Ja.
Okay. Wo hast du deine Karte her?
Bei Fritz gewonnen.
Bist du aufgeregt?
Völlig. Also ich bin völlig aus dem Häuschen. Ich kann es nicht in Worte fassen.
Wie lange begleitest du den Lebensweg von Oasis schon?
Seit 95. Seit What's the Story mit ihm, glaube ich.
Dieses Konzert wird ein Leben eines Mannes verändern, der hier steht und noch ganz normal sein Bier trinkt. Aber gleich wird alles anders. Neben mir T.S. Uhlmann, Sänger der legendären Tomte-Musikgruppe.
Guten Abend, hallo Viva Plus.
Wir gucken uns jetzt Oasis an.
Wir gucken es nicht an, wir saugen es auf, wir zelebrieren es, wir freuen uns wie
Kleine Kinder an Weihnachten.
im Schnee. Juhu! Aber jetzt gehen wir nicht so New Media mäßig ab.
Ist das New Media?
So mit rumhüpfen?
Ja, aber
So H-Block-Style.
stimmt. Die kommen ja auch aus München.
Naja, da sollen sie mal hin.
Haha, und ich habe keine Karten.
Moment, warte mal eben.
Wahnsinn. Ja. Oasis-Karten sind das. Das ist so eine unbedeutende britische Band. Ja.
Erstes Demo kommt raus.
Ja. Ich finde, die klingen halt ein bisschen nach Schülerband, muss man schon sagen.
Naja, aber ich glaube, die schaffen es.
Ja, ich glaube auch.
Und
ganz groß.
ich hasse Berlin.
Echt?
Ja. Ich komme in dieser Stadt nicht zurecht. Ich weiß es nicht, ich mag diese Stadt nicht. Ich bin immer nervös, wenn ich in dieser
Geh
Stadt
zurück
bin.
nach Hamburg. Doch.
Ja, werde ich auch gerne wieder hingehen.
Ich will wissen, was du jetzt erwartest von diesem Abend mit dieser unbedeutenden britischen Band. Komm mal mit ins Licht.
Unbedeutend.
So ist doch viel besser.
Unbedeutend, nichts unbedeutend. Das ist die beste Band der Welt. Immer noch, wird es auch immer bleiben.
Das sind doch schon alte Jungs jetzt
Nee,
mittlerweile.
Immer noch, es gibt nichts Besseres. Ich kenne keine bessere Band. Nenn mir eine bessere.
Der Blur.
Nee, auf keinen Fall.
Wie bist du an die Karten gekommen?
Ich habe eine geschenkt bekommen gerade eben.
Wahnsinn. Karten geschenkt.
Ja.
Gibt's nur in Berlin. Wir haben Blur dein Leben verändert.
Als die erste Platte von ihnen rauskam, habe ich sie mir gekauft. Ich fand sie gut.
Wir sprechen übrigens von Oasis.
Nein, also Definitely Maybe war für mich eine sehr wichtige Platte. Und die anderen sind natürlich auch gut. Ich kann ja nicht sagen, weil T steht ja direkt daneben.
Mir ist
Ja.
das scheißegal.
Also
Wie kannst du in T.s Gegenwart nicht über alle Platten frei sprechen?
T mag alle Platten, ich nicht. Und er hat gerade schon gesagt, dass der Kampf veröffentlicht ist. Nein, Quatsch, das Ganze, ich glaube nicht, dass er mich aus. Ich wurde gestern übrigens schon verprügelt. Das reicht auch dann.
Wie das verprügelt.
Ja, mich wollte jemand abstechen, weil ich Schauspieler bin.
Ja.
Ah, das ist geil, oder?
Ja, Schauspieler.
Das ist eine tolle Stadt, Berlin. Müsst ihr euch mal angucken. Ich wohne hier auch nicht mehr wegen sowas, weil hier sind nur Verrückte.
Das ist ja der totale Wahnsinn. Bis nach dem Konzert, viel Spaß, immer schön rocken.
Danke.
Well, we're going to play a song called The Force of Nature, and we're going to play another one called The Hindu Times. We're going to play another one called Hung in a Bad Place, and one called Better Man. I write 6, Liam writes 3, Gem writes 1, and Andy writes 1. But it means that I don't really have to write so much anymore, you know. I can take it easy. I like writing with the other guys, you know, it's good. Playing different people's songs keeps it interesting, you know. Well, it was very, very quick. Usually the recording of the music side of the album would take a long, long time. But this time it was very quick. We had most of it done in about 2 months. And then we went on the road for 6 weeks with the Black Crows, and then we came back, and then Liam decided to take a 3-month holiday, and then it sort of dragged on a bit. So, although it was a long time making it, we didn't really spend a lot of time actually working on it. We spent a lot of time not doing anything. I know the album's out in July, but I don't know what the singles are going to be. Do I? No, I don't, do I? No, I haven't got a clue. I haven't seen them since the day they left. I haven't heard from them since the day they left. So I don't know what they're doing. I believe they're still alive. I think the Strokes are great. I think the White Stripes, they're a bass player short of a great band.
Ja.
Well, you can't have a band without a bass player, can you?
Ihr Geld zu verdienen.
Wie hat Oasis jetzt gerade dein Leben verändert?
Das ist genial, das ist meine Lieblingsband, super cool.
Was war dein schönster Oasis-Moment bis jetzt? Du hast doch bestimmt so Oasis-Erinnerungen auch.
Ja, mit meinem Freund eigentlich zusammen, also total klasse.
Gut, geh mal weg. Ich erzähle jetzt eine Geschichte mit meiner Freundin, die ich mal hatte. Es war auch eine Oasis-Erinnerung. Ich hatte tatsächlich mal eine Freundin, die hat es geschafft, meine 2 Oasis-Karten, die ich ihr anvertraut hat, zu verlieren. Und ja, das war damals in Hamburg noch. In der Markthalle haben die gespielt und die hat die Karten verloren und daraufhin musste ich mich leider von ihr trennen. Das war schade, aber Oasis kann Leben verändern, wenn es denn sein muss.
Liam's music play on the...
I can film you. How'd you like the concert?
It was great. Really, really great.
How'd you like the new songs?
It was cool too. I heard them before I came, but it was great too.
How'd you like Great Britain?
I am not from Great Britain, but I dig Great Britain anyway.
Okay, how do you like my shoes?
I can't see your shoes from the light. Oh yeah, your shoes are cool, really cool. How do you like this? I have to show you. How do you like this?
Whoa. No, let's just show it to the camera. Das haben wenige Menschen bis jetzt gesehen. Diese Frau hier hat es geschafft, das Tambourin von Liam zu fangen.
Yeah.
You made it to catch it. Where are you gonna put it?
Somewhere safe. In a bang box? No, I don't know. It's so somewhere where I don't know. I don't want to give it up now.
You might want to eBay it.
I could do that.
You sure could do that if you ever run short on money. Das ist das Mädchen, das das Tambourin von Liam gefangen hat. The girl who caught the tambourine of Liam.
Yeah. Cool.
Oh, she's happy. Okay, great talking to you. Great meeting you.
You too.
Der Wahnsinn. Komm, wir leuchten dir ins Gesicht. Wie hat das Oasis-Konzert jetzt dein Leben verändert?
Ach nee, bitte. Ich glaube, das ist der falsche Ansprechpartner.
Wieso, du bist kein Oasis-Fan?
Nee, aber hier gibt es, glaube ich, ganz viele.
Und was machst du dann hier?
Eine gute Frage.
Gehörst du auch zu diesem beknackten Promo-Publikum, das immer auf Konzerte geht und anderen Leuten wirklich gerne Lust hätten, das Konzert zu sehen, den Platz wegnimmt?
So ist es. Aber ich habe immerhin die Karte nicht für 100 € an andere verkauft, die gerne auf das Konzert kommen.
Fühlst du dich dann schlecht, wenn du so richtigen Fans den Platz wegnimmst?
Jetzt fühle ich mich gerade schlecht.
Oh, da hast du einen Grund zu.
Ne?
Okay. Das war Oasis, das war Berlin. Morgen gibt es mehr. Wir haben jetzt gelernt, wie Oasis-Fans eigentlich richtig ticken. Und 16 bis 17 Uhr sehen wir uns morgen wieder. Auf Wiedersehen und auf Wiederhören, sagt Jan aus Berlin. Bis dann. Tschüss.
Und Oasis. Und das alles bei